Hi, this is Forrest here in the Serial Garage, and today we're going to be putting on the NAV light. They come in both chrome and black, and they go right here on the bike. They're going to replace this reflector that Honda puts on. To do this, first off, we're going to put in the updated NAV light. This one only has a short pigtail that runs up to the front here. First, we've got to put in the extension wire, which takes it back underneath the seat where it plugs into the harness. Let's get to it. Okay, we've removed the seat and the side cover because that's where we're going to have to access the wiring. We're going to run this kind of up from the front here. We want to start, and it's going to get tucked all up in along here on the bike, and we'll be able to just kind of push it here. And we'll be running this kind of up underneath this cover and up to where our distribution block is. In order to do this, we're going to remove this bolt here and start by pulling off this side cover. That'll allow us to pull back this plastic cover here a little bit, because what we're going to do is kind of feed this up and through in this area. Reach up into the front here and gain a little access here. And there we go. That'll pull up, and we'll plug this. We're going to zip tie this into here, and we've got a distribution block here plugged in. So we're going to plug into the distribution block eventually. Right now, we're just going to leave it lay close to the distribution block and then finish running our wire. So I'm going to tie this up into the brake line here and zip tie it to it farther up so that it's up out of the way of the steering and any other wires. And then we'll cut it off here, cut the zip tie, and then it'll keep it up and away from everything on the engine and up out of the way so it doesn't fall here into view. After we got that wire put into place, we're going to put this screw back in, tighten it back up here, and then our wires run to the front, zip tied, and in good place, ready to have the nav light installed. Next thing we're going to do is take the front fender off. Okay, we've removed the front fender to make it easier to get our hands in here, and I'm pulling off this rubber plug here that's in the back part of the fork. That makes it easier for me to be able to get at the nut that's holding this reflector in place. So we've got that peeled out of there, and what I usually do is in that hole I shove like a piece of paper towel, because it's got a little 8mm nut on there, and if you drop it down into the fork, it's a bear to get back out. So I shove that back in there, and then we'll take this reflector off. Just take this nut off of here. There's the reflector and the little bitty nut, and you can see that if you drop that down inside there, it'd be tough to get back out. You can, but it's a pain. 8mm nut. We're going to save that because we're going to reuse that on the nav light. Okay, before we do the install, we're going to check the lights to make sure that they operate correctly. Always should do that before installing them. You hate to get it on and then find out there's something wrong. There's the on, and I hooked them both up to the right side, so there's the signal. And that's it. Now we can install them. Now, the next thing we do is we're going to take this plug and make a little cut in it, and so that we can get the wire fed through from the nav light. See that little cut there? That's going to be just enough in that rubber plug so we can get this wire fed through there once we get this in place. Okay, then we'll install the nav light. We're going to peel off the adhesive here, and we'll be putting this right in through here. First, we'll just run the wire. I'm going to peel this off, and we'll put it back up, put it in, and stick it in place. Okay, now we've got this in place. It's stuck on, and we're tightening up the nut here. All right, now after you snug that nut up, you take the plug, run the wire through the plug, and install the plug back into place. Don't forget to pull that little paper towel out of there. I did that once I started the nut. Okay, and then this wire comes right up the back here, tucks in around, and runs right up the brake line and plugs into our wire that we ran from the other end. And a couple of zip ties here. Before we do any farther, let's check the wires, or check the lights. On they come. And that's the way it ought to look. And then after I zip tie everything on this side, we'll repeat everything on the other side of the bike, the exact same steps, and then we'll put the fender on and the seat and button everything back up. Okay, that's all there is to it, to the nav light install. It was pretty simple and easy, as you can see. It all works nicely. And if you have any other questions or concerns, or want to buy some other Gold Strike stuff, go to goldstrike3d.com or see your local Gold Strike dealer. This is Forrest in the Zero Shop. We'll see you down the road.